Hi guys, I'm Shmi and today I'm visiting the Lotus Driving Academy at the Lotus factory in Hethel. Now earlier I showed you a video where I arrived here and met up with Gavan Kershaw, who showed us around the cars that I was going to be driving today, and then took out the Elise S1 out for a little drive and to play around with understeer and oversteer and out on the slalom. So we learnt a little bit there, but this afternoon is where it all gets very exciting because I'm going to be driving in the new Exige 360 Cup. Now this is the new car limited to 50 units that supersedes the normal V6 Cup. 355 horsepower from the 3.5 litre V6 and a number of upgrades on this new model. So there's a new lightweight access panel on the front, new sort of design with the red highlights. Obviously we've got the sort of permanently mounted towing hook. Comes in 4 different colours I believe, and it also has the new louvered rear window as well. So we're going to be taking this car out, which is sat here alongside the new Evora 400 model, and also later on I'm going to be driving in the Cup R as well. But before we get out in that car, we're going to jump out and have a look around the circuit, meet up with Gav and get told a little bit and learn a little bit more in advance of driving about what we need to know. And that's part of what this sort of day and experience is about at the Lotus Driving Academy. Learning and being able to use that when you then go out and drive. So first, let's head over to the track. We're out on the track then, and I'm joined again by Gavan Kershaw, who's going to tell us a little bit about where we are.
Yeah, we're quite fortunate. We've got a 2.2 mile circuit in our back garden, so we get to develop, test the cars here, prove out. And also we've got the ability to walk around it, which is often unusual at the start of track days and things. But you gain a lot of knowledge by walking a circuit, things that you can't see, drainage, how steep the curbs are, if there's really vicious curbs to look out for. So here, the typical corner we're looking through here, Graham Hill, is transient set of corners. We're entering this probably about 90 miles per hour. We're going to go tight right, tight left, tight right again. So it's all about compromising our speed here, which you can even see standing here. The actual exit point is quite narrow. There's a curb to the right. We don't want to be hitting that too hard. So if you get the chance to walk circuits, walk them. And the fantastic thing about walking circuits is that many are track days held. So if we look down here even, we put markers where our cones go. You'll see that on many a track. If you walk Donington, there'll be red, yellow dots on the circuit. It's where there's brake boards. Someone spent a lot of time working out that, so you can look for reference points wherever you go. So again, as we spoke about, that the Hethel circuit is designed to be difficult for handling cars, that it's to highlight, it's not for a lap time, it's not, although the surface is very smooth, it's the same surface as any FIA circuit, it's exactly the same surface as Snetterton. This is designed to challenge cars from flicking right, left, heavy braking zones, down into the chicane. We're going to be braking from around about 140 miles per hour down to 35. So pulling 1.4G, full ABS, getting the brakes warm, then back up to another acceleration, another stop. So we measure all the brake temperatures when we're testing cars here, and Hethel's one of the most highest brake temperature circuits we see, similar to that of Spa, things like this. We'll see much higher brake temperatures here. And the circuit's quite wide, 12 metres wide in places, but not much runoff.
Alright, well let's continue our walk around.
Okay, so at the very far end of the circuit, it's the south hairpin. We're going to exit that in second gear, then up into third, fourth as we come through. This is basically apex to apex, flat to the floor. Then as we turn, this is the fastest corner on the circuit, windsock. The turning point, as you can see, the red cone in the distance. In the Exige is around about 110 miles per hour in there. 4th stroke 5th gear, dab of the brakes, turn in, flat to the floor. And then the runoff at the exit is just over a metre towards the Arnco. For instance, the T125 is no lift through here, flat, 165 miles per hour, just over 3.5 G.
Fairly terrifying.
To then
but that's why I guess that's why you need to sort of walk around and look and know the circuit.
Yeah, you've got to know what's the other side of it. What's the other side of the tyres? You know, when you start to use curbs and AstroTurf, things like this as the last extra metre, you have to know if there's any drop off to the side of the circuit, if there's any debris on it. And it's also useful to see what type of radius the corner is. We always tell people this is a similar curve to that of an exit in a motorway. So if you exit a motorway at 110 miles per hour, obviously you're only doing 70 anyway, but that's something to get into your head. Exit in, you know, the M11 on 25, keep it flat at 110.
Yeah.
You have to realise how well the cars are set up for it. Yeah. And aero is all coming in. You're above the aero threshold, so aero's playing the diff. You don't want to be lifting off. You want to have picked your line and pick the accelerator up and then get on it.
Okay, awesome. Let's head over and find the car.
Okay.
The car is here. We're going to jump in with Gavan driving first, just showing me the line as we drive around. Rather looking forward to this. And it sounds pretty good too. So let's jump in. Open the sills into the car. We'll go for a quick lap.
Okay. Down. Second gear. Wait for it to exit. Big apex to apex. Then we'll leave the ESP on standard. Yes. And then we can start to use it. It's quite a nice system. It's not even here. We go flat to the floor. You can feel it, but it's not a harsh system. Then it's got sport mode, race, and then fully off. Sport mode allows you some slip, so you can drift, and then race mode limits the slip, maximises the E-diff, and then it's actually got a mu calculation to allow it to try and maximise up to 5% slip to give you ultimate lap time. Okay. And then off is off.
Into the pit lane for a mid-session break, and what a wicked experience so far. I think actually this is my completely first time driving, well, a left-hand drive manual car, but particularly a manual car around a racetrack, because I'm very much obviously from paddle shift automatic kind of era, so it's a completely new experience, and it's so much more involving. You get out of the car and you feel like I really had to work for that. That was exciting, rewarding, and really special. And not only that, of course, this particular car and the Driving Academy setup is fantastic for this. I mean, I've just been out, probably put in 10 laps or so. I'm going to do a couple more laps in this car, and then it'll be time to try out the Cup R as well. But really already feeling like I'm learning so much, being shown the track, doing the walks. Obviously I know where everything is as I go around, taking it all in. Yeah, really, really good time so far. But a few more laps to go.
Seconds, that's it, you're ready for it now. Feel the difference, you're actually ready for the corner.
The sun is out in full force, but we're back at the workshop, and what a drive that was in the 360 Cup. I truly, truly noticed there. Going back out again, I was able to really get around quickly, taking in what I'd sort of learned and having a break, and allowed me to sort of think about it all. And that was quite a fun drive. But up next is going to be this car, the Cup R. So I'm back with Gav. Tell us about this.
Okay, so we've just jumped out of the 360. This is the next level. Engine power is similar, but it's connected now to a full racing paddle shift 6-speed sequential with ignition and fuel cut, so it's just going to be flat shift as a motorbike, up and down the gears. Down as well, it blips to automatically shifts gear. ABS bigger brakes, more aggressive pads, more aero, less weight. We're actually running it on the same tyre today because it's what we use in the Cup series, so ultimate grip is benefit from downforce and less weight, so that's where the performance comes. And you're going to be on your own in there, so you haven't got my ballast, let's say, or traction control.
And I was there noticing it's just over 1,000 kilos. It's not a particularly heavy machine.
It's not a heavy car now, and you know, people say that cars have got heavier and heavier. When you actually spread the bits on the floor, there's not much that you can reduce the weight by now. So it's been driven by Kimi Räikkönen, so it's got a little bit of pedigree. It's a fantastic car, and it's, once you start to master these, you are at the top level of, let's say, national racing, not full-in GTs, but one-make Cup series like Clio Cups, things like this. The drivers that race these are champions in those, so it's no mean feat to be able to pedal one of these around a circuit.
Awesome. Well, I'm looking forward to this a lot. Let's jump in and show me how it's done.
Okay. Engine solidly mounted.
I can feel that.
So yeah, just pay it some respect.
Awesome.
That's good.
Awesome.
We'll strap you, Emil. But do it at your own pace.
Yeah,
you know,
trust me, I'm doing it at my own pace.
Yeah, do it at your own pace.
Thank you.
Just literally ignition on. Start it up. Okay, now close the door, neutral button up.
Yep.
Then just go up and down the gears as you wish.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, let's test this clutch. Super sensitive. Where's the bite point? There we go. Let it pull away. Give it a little bit of gas. First gear. I would be lying if I said I wasn't hugely excited right now. Oh my goodness. This is a serious piece of kit. I am driving a very proper race car for the first time in my life. All right, round two. Gav told me that this was going to be another step up from the normal 360 car that was over the Elise S I drove earlier today. And he was not lying. This is absolutely insane. It is so phenomenal. Levels of grip, aerodynamics at work, and the whole feel of the car and how much of it you feel is just absolutely breathtaking. I have no idea what's in my times, but I feel like I'm going around this track so quickly. It's a proper race car. And everything about it is so raw and so connected and so much about it's hard work. It's so much of an experience. This is really, really, really making me want to go out and actually get a race license and start doing this kind of thing properly. Because it's so full on with so much fun. This is one of the most fun things I've ever done. On this a little bit because that was freaking awesome. What an experience. I'm absolutely exhausted. That was exceptionally hard work, but there's something so immensely satisfying about that kind of drive. Oh, I want to do a race series now. What an experience. What an incredible, incredible, incredible experience. A huge, huge thanks to the Lotus Driving Academy for this. I needed to do that. Now I know what it's all about. That's a proper race car. To step up again. Wow. Wow.
I I've taken a moment then to gather my thoughts, because that was absolutely insane. What an experience. There's no real way to properly describe how completely connected you are to the car, and how every sort of little thing you can adapt as you go, you feel it all. And the change even from the 360 Cup up to the Cup R, bearing in mind they're running the same tyres, the same powertrain, is just phenomenal. It's a completely different sort of experience and a whole step up, and that is so addictive and adrenaline rushing as well. I'm absolutely in awe. That was such a good experience to drive that car, and I felt almost like I could trust quite a lot of what it was doing, was able to push on, and it was very confidence inspiring. And yeah, kind of completely mind blown at the experience. Truly insane. And my first proper race car driving day. It's quite literally the first time I've driven a full race car. And what a way to do it here at the Lotus Driving Academy. Just awesome. I think before I head out from here, we're going to jump back in the 360 Cup for a quick little bit of fun. That was this man. He's good. Well then, that was quite an experience. What a way to end the day there with Gavan at the wheel. That was truly phenomenal. Perfect car control in the 360 Cup. Oh gosh, fantastic day though for me. Here with the Lotus Driving Academy. Awesome fun, amazing day. Got to drive a race car, even that experience there at the end. Fantastic. Anyway, I'm going to drop the links to their pages below, the social media pages and the website. Make sure you check them out. Give them a follow if you will, please. That'd be really appreciated. I've had a brilliant day today. But I'm going to wrap it up there. There'll be some more content to come, so make sure you're subscribed, check it all out, and I'll catch up with you again very soon. Cheers.
It's a pretty good garage, yeah.
So tell me, what are we looking at?
So the white car here is the Lotus.
And it looks breathtaking. I was hoping.